Hello there, this is Dave Allen from Mac 20 Questions, and we're looking at Aperture, and let's see what we can do with some of these effects, because when you've got Aperture, it's not all about just organising your photographs and be able to find them, it's also about doing things with them when you got them in there. And quite often you can save yourself time not having to go into Photoshop or Pixelmator or Photomatics and have things done. So the first thing that you might want to do is to go for an AutoEnhance, and you just click on that button there and that will auto-enhance your photograph. If I press the M key, it shows the original, and as you can see we've got a little thing there to show that it is the original. Press the M key again, it puts it back to the auto-enhance setting, and as you can see the changes that were made there were quite subtle, but you can go unsubtle or totally off the wall if you want to. And let's go into effects to see what else we can do with it. We've got some quick fixes in there, and there's our auto enhance, which we've done already. Or you can do these exposure ones where you can go plus or minus 1 or 2 stops. And then if we want to, we can go for a hold the highlights, and it's quite good the fact that we can see little pictures to show us what it's going to look like. Okay, so let's go for exposure minus 1. We've got the picture looking a little bit more broody there. Let's go back into effects again. We'll go into quick fixes. We've had a look at that, and we've made one change already. We've told it to take the exposure down. Let's do brighten shadows. So you can put one effect on top of another. And also what you can do, if you don't like any of these here, you can just go back to revert to original. Let's go back into this and let's go to color, and we can go to one of these things that we've got on here. And this one is cross process 1. Cross process 2, vintage, toy camera, punch intensify, sepia tone, high contrast, sepia tone, and cyanotype. So let's go for a toy camera on there. And let's say we can put one on top of another, so let's do that, and let's go for a white balance on there as well. So maybe we've got the white balance wrong on the camera, we want to set that, so we can go for a cloudy. We've got a picture there that's got a bit more punch to it. But what we can do is we can make some changes to this once we've got it in there. So we might go back to the vignette, for instance. Say we don't want a vignette on there after all, so let's take the vignette off, or we can change the settings there. And when you go for these sliders on here, it changes how much of a vignette you got on there, as you see. You can change the radius of the vignette as well. So generally the vignette that you get on the Aperture is more subtle than the one you get on iPhoto. But we can make some more changes to that, and we'll look at vignetting in more detail later. If you could just do me a quick favour and click on the like button on YouTube, I'd appreciate it. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you see more of these tutorials. Also you can get me on Google Plus under the name David Allen Wizard Gold. Let's go back into effects again. We can go into black and white, we can change this, so maybe we want to go for a high contrast grade 5. Or what we could do is we could go into this one here, going for colour, and we can go for cyanotype. And on this one here, we've got it with a particular colour. We've got a colour monochrome on there. We've got the vignette on there as well. And we can even change that colour there and go for a different colour altogether. So maybe we want to go for something a bit more purpley. So let's make that darker as well. So there we go. So we made a whole lot of settings to this here. And what we can do now is we can save this as an effect. Maybe I like this effect so much we're going to put it on all our photographs. Wouldn't that be marvellous? So let's go into save as effect. We're going to call this Purple Nurple, and as you can see we've got a white balance on there, exposure, enhancements, highlights and shadows, something been done with the levels, black and white, colour monochrome and a vignette, and we're going to save all that and it's in there. Okay, so now we've got that in there, basically what we can do, we can put that onto any photograph we've got. So let's go into this one here, and I'm going to put a Purple Nurple on this one. So let's go back up to effect and put the Purple Nurple on there. Isn't that lovely? Every photo like that, wouldn't that be bloody great? So don't worry if you think you've made a mess of it, just put it back the way it was. We can also go into effects presets if we want to and edit them. So if we don't like the Purple Nurple anymore, what we can do is just select it in there, go to this one here, and we can delete the preset. So it's Purple Nurple, maybe want to put that into the colour effects. Let's drag it and drop it up there. So now I've got a Purple Nurple in my colour effects. Click on OK and we're done. So there we are, back at the original now. So this is Dave Allen for Mac 20 Questions, looking at Aperture and having some fun with the effects. Bye bye now. Talk to you again soon.